lovely crafty people, and we are back with another day in Junk Journal January, a collaboration project hosted by Lindsey at the Vintage Button and Sandra at Be Happy Stationery. And this beautiful kit that's been designed by Jeanette at Crafty and Dragon Designs and Sandra at Be Happy Stationery can be downloaded from Sandra's Ko-fi shop for a 50% discount. Links in the description below. So today we are on day 18, and day 18 is tabs. So automatically that lends me to a pocket, and then we'll have tabs on things that we can pull out. So I'm going to leave the prompt to one side because I keep losing it. So just pop that up on my desk, and then let's have a look at where we are. So yesterday was folded, and we created this folded tag stuffed pocket type thing, and I have stuck mine down, but you could double side it and you could have it as just a loaded folded tag. So today, day 18, we are looking at tabs, and I've got the beautiful image of the little mouse having found his partner after his dream. So we're going to use that today, and I've got another piece that's got the same image on. It's slightly smaller. So I'm going to use that to create a pocket. So I'm just going to put the book to one side, and I'm just going to decide how big I want my pocket. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to stick that piece of paper onto some book paper just to give it some stability. I could have printed these images on card, which would give them more stability, but I don't mind having to back them onto the book page. I think it gives it a nice kind of effect. Okay, so we're just going to stick that down. And then, using my ruler, I'm just going to tear around the edge so that the book page is the same size as the image. Okay, do that nice and quick. And I really like the rough torn edge, but if you want to be a little bit neater, you could use a craft knife to do this, or even scissors. I don't mind that rough torn edge, I quite like it. So that just about fits in there, and you can see we can just line it up with that. So what I want to do is I want to tear off that edge as well, so it's about the same distance in as the other side. Okay, so we've got that just there, and I'm just going to glue along the bottom and down the side. And I'm not too worried about this bit here at the bottom where it's overlapped. We can stick some tape or something over that, or even, let's have a look, what have we got? What have we got? Let's use a little bit of this gel print that we printed just to cover up that overlapping little bottom bit. Just covering it up a bit, just taking it across the page like that, just so it covers up that bottom. And then using my glue, and I tend to use a slightly stronger glue when I stick pockets down, just because it holds them better. And just actually, before I do that, I just want to just tear like a little recess in the pocket, so that, there we go, you can actually get things in and out of the pocket. And then before we stick it down as well, let's get our paint sticks, which were one of my Christmas presents to myself. Let's find that goldish, bronzish one. And we're just going to go around the edge of the pocket, just giving it that little kind of bit of shimmer, gilded, goldy effect. Thank you, Lindsey, for the recommendation of these paint sticks. I absolutely love them. I've used them in other projects that I'm doing at the same time. And actually they go on really easy, and they're like oil pastels, but they're clean. You're not getting, your hands are not getting covered. And you can smush them as well. Let me just show you. So if I just do a little bit there, you can smush it and blend it. Look at that. That works really nicely, doesn't it? But for this purpose, I'm just giving it a little gold edge. And they just came from the range. I think they were $6.99 for 24. Look in the kids' arts and crafts section in the range. That's where I find this as well. I do get some really useful bits in the kids section. I know a lot of it's twee, but some of it you can really kind of upscale and use. So let's just go. Have I got enough glue in my glue pen? Yes. Right. Just take that along and up the side. Just going to spread it along a bit. I don't know about you, but whatever I'm wearing when I'm crafting always ends up with glue. So I do generally craft early in the morning or late at night. So I'm generally in my pajamas. Just because that's what I'm comfortable in when I'm at home. And yes, so they always end up covered with bits of glue on them. Right, so we wanted to line that up. So we've just got that lined up with the image at the top. Okay, we're just going to leave that to dry. There you go. See, we've just covered up that image at the bottom and just given it a little bit of extra zhuzh. So for the tabs, I am going to use the images and I'm going to create, so I want that one. I like that one because it's like a rectangle shape. And let's have a look. Oh, look, baby owls, grown-up owls. Yeah, let's have those two. So grab my scissors. And grab that one as well. Okay, and then what I'm also going to do is just grab a bit of card. No. What we're going to do, I want to have just kind of like a plain brown one. And I have, bear with, got a whole box of, when I cut tags off clothing and stuff, I just keep the tags. And I've got a whole box of them that, like that was off a gift card. A whole box of them that I can use for various other things. So let's have those two. Okay, so, and then on one of the sheets, sorry, I'm a little bit higgledy-piggledy today. One of the sheets has got, there it is, a tab on it. So let's just use the tab that's there. So use the tab out the kit, and it's really cute actually. It's got a really tiny version of the mouse image on it, which would be nice. Okay, so let's grab that gold again. Just go around the edge. And the other side. Okay. And look. stick that one down on there, just one side at the moment. Line that up there. Okay, and then on the back here, let's cover that with a bit of book page. Probably should have covered this before I stuck the tab on, but hey ho. Hey ho. If we stick it up against that torn edge, that will work. Okay. And then we can stick the other side of the book tab down. Okay. So for this one, I've used the tab out of the kit, and I'm going to show you how to make easy tabs as well. So we'll have this one. And I might even stick an image on that as well. So we've got one with a tab. So that goes right in the pocket there. We've got a little tab to pull. Let's do this one. I might have to cut this one because I've left too narrow an edge. Okay. Okay, let's back that on book paper as well. And even though I cut round this one, just by tearing it right at the edge and giving it that rough edge with the book paper. I need a bigger desk. I've just found one on Facebook Marketplace. I'm hoping they come back to me and say, yeah, we're still for sale. Right, let's make a tab to go on this one. So I've just taken that bit of matte paper that I used when we did the silvery tree. I'm just going to fold it in half. And I'm just going to cut along, making it, okay. And then you can, if you want to, you can kind of just snip up, okay. Sorry, my alarm goes off and stops the video. So as we said, all I did was I just snipped it, and then we're just going to stick that on. So they don't have to be overly even. So we've got a different tab there that I've made. So I'm going to have, oh, let's make it a little bit smaller, bearing with. I don't really want it that big. There you go. I didn't really want it that big. Let's come across a little bit more of an angle. There you go. Let's glue again because I stuck it together. There we go. And then we're not losing that image of the owl. And just stick the other side down. Okay, so there's that tab. So that will go in the front because he's smaller. So we've got a tab there. And this one is taller. So let's go round with that one. And I'm going to show you another way to make a tab. Bearing with. And you could just keep going with this. I do have tab die cuts. I do actually have a little tab maker. Let's use that one for the next one. Will that fit on there? Nope. Let's back this one on this lovely paper. This was our gel plate printing from the printing page. So we'll just back that on the gel plate print. Okay, tear it again. I do a lot of tearing. I prefer, as I said, I prefer tearing to cutting. I just think it gives a nicer edge. So there is place for the really neat edge, but especially in my journaling and when I'm doing tags and altered playing cards, I don't really see many that require that really neat straight line cut. But yeah, so while I'm doing this project, alongside this project, I am actually taking part in Collage Breakthrough. And once Junk Journal January has finished, I'm just going to do a kind of compilation video of what I've done in Journal Breakthrough that's hosted by Catherine Rains on YouTube. If you just search Collage Breakthrough, it's a really, really good series of lessons that just teach you about composition in your collage. And it's actually, I thought I was okay at collage because collage is my go-to art form, but actually she's taught me some really good things. Right, let's create a tab for this. So this time we're going to create a tab out of the book paper. So again, I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm going to cheat. I have, as I said, I have this little tab cutter thing, which I did buy from that cheap web page. So you just pop it in, punch it down, and then you decide how big you want it. Do I want it small, medium, large, extra large? There we go. So let's just go with a large one. Or you can do it your own size, and then you can see I have given myself kind of, let's just cut that across there. I've just made a tab. I love this piece of kit. It's such a beautiful piece of kit, and you can buy, apparently you can buy different punches that go on it. But you can buy like alphabet punches, so you can do words and things, but I like that. So let's glue that tab down onto my little journal card. There we go. Turn it over. Do that one. And you can see, let's pop that in the pocket. Where are we gone? There. So now I've got 3, I might even turn that round like that, but yeah. So now I've got 3 different height tabs, and I could add as many more as I wanted in, but I really like that. So let's just grab, I've moved my desk around so everything's all over the place. Let's just grab those colours that we use. Oh, where's the brown one gone? Got it. To just highlight, actually, let's do it in this one, just highlight some of the detail. So this one is, again, quite a simple page, keeping it simple. Do as much or as little as you can manage in January. There's no pressure to complete every day. If you're getting stuck for ideas, Sandra has made a playlist of all of the different YouTube videos that are being included in this project. So check that out. Check out other people. There's lots of different YouTubers, bloggers, Instagrammers, and all that gubbins taking part. So yeah, just find and do as much or as, excuse me, as much or as little that suits you. And just giving those little red bits a little bit of sugar. Just picks out the detail. Where did I put the tag? And then let's just stick this down. And we'll just have tabs. Where did we go with the last one? We went top, so let's just go bottom corner, maybe there. And I might add a few more journal cards just to cover that top bit there. But I could add some scrapbook paper. I could create a bit of a collage background. I could just pull these out a bit actually, couldn't I? And then you can see what they are. So we've just created a few different tabs to go on the top of your cards, just to pull them out the pockets. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.